Good morning, children. Your syllabus has been reduced 30%. आपके सिलेबस को 30% कम कर दिया गया है. All of you understood? 30% सिलेबस कम कर दिया गया है, इसलिए चैप्टर 2 फूड चैप्टर और जो मोशन चैप्टर अभी मैंने पढ़ाया था उसको और फैब्रिक फ्रॉम फाइबर सिलेबस में से हटा दिया गया है. 3 चैप्टर को सिलेबस में से हटा दिया गया है, इसलिए आज मैं न्यू चैप्टर स्टार्ट कर टुडे आई विल स्टार्ट द न्यू चैप्टर 7 द वर्ल्ड ऑफ लिविंग. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? Okay. The world of living. In class 1 or 2 you have studied about living thing and non-living thing. That living thing breathe, living thing move, living thing grow, living thing breathe, but non-living thing do not breathe, non-living thing do not grow, non-living thing cannot move. So this is the difference between living and non-living. So there are some examples because in this living world we cannot live without the non-living things. If we are living, we require house. House is what? Non-living thing. So we require clothes. We require different materials at home for our use. So all these things are non-living. So we are living and we are dependent upon non-living object for our survival of the life. So both living and non-living are important for us. So I am giving you some examples. All of you classify them as a living or non-living. Chair, cat, baby, pencil, elephant, tree, cow, rose car, shoes, book. All of you put your microphone off. So living things are those who can breathe, who can grow, who can move from one place to another, and living things can respire, living things can reproduce, but non-living things cannot breathe, non-living things cannot grow, non-living things cannot move from one place to another, non-living things cannot reproduce. So these are the basic difference between living and non-living. So this chapter is quite easy to understand for all of you. All living things, all living things have a common characters. These characters are quite different from non-living. Virus. Have you heard about virus? Now today one virus is disturbing our life, and that is coronavirus. Virus is a microorganism which has a characteristic of both living and non-living. वायरस एक ऐसा जीव है जिसमें दोनों के गुण पाए जाते हैं. When it will come inside the human body, it act like a living. When it will sit on the doorknob or on the door or table chair, it will act as a non-living object. So it has characters of both living and non-living. Now I will discuss about the characteristic of the living things. Living things, you all know our body is made up of cells. So living things are made up of cells. All living things, either it is a small ant, snake, or human being, elephant, even plants, our body is made up of cells. Cell is a basic unit of life. It is the structure. What is cell? Cell is a basic unit. If it is asked, what is cell? It is the basic unit of life. It is the structural and functional unit of plants and animals. Cells are so small that we cannot see them with our naked eyes. For seeing it clearly, we have to use the microscope to see the cells. In hand, in body, everywhere there are cells. So if you will see the new baby, born baby, there are 2000 million cells in their body. Now I will talk about amoeba. There are number of cells in living things varies over the innumerous range. Amoeba is a single cell organism. Amoeba, Paramecium, Euglena. There are unicellular and multicellular organisms. We are multicellular, but amoeba, paramecium, euglena, few animals are microorganisms are unicellular, means single cell organism. Is his body is made up of single cell, and single cell perform all the activities. Either it is digestion, respiration, reproduction, and it remains for few hours only, and in that hours he perform all the functions of the life. मीन्स ये यूनिसेलर जिनकी बॉडी एक सेल का बना है और एक सेल के ही अंदर ये सारे एक्टिविटीज परफॉर्म करते हैं. ब्रीदिंग, रेस्पिरेशन, डाइजेशन, रिप्रोडक्शन, एंड इट ऑल्सो रिमेन्स फॉर फ्यू आवर्स. कुछ ही घंटे के लिए भी ये जीवित रहते हैं. उसी जीवन काल में, लाइफ पीरियड में, ये ऑल दे परफॉर्म ऑल द एक्टिविटीज. बैक्टीरिया एंड ईस्ट ऑल्सो बिलोंग टू द कैटेगरी ऑफ यूनिसेलर. आप देखते हैं अभी गर्मी के समय में किचन शेल्फ पे आप दिन में दाल छोड़ के आ गए, सब्जी छोड़ के शाम में जाते हैं तो खट्टा स्मेल आता है. हैव यू नोटिस दैट? और वो खट्टा क्यों हो जाता है? ड्यू टू बैक्टीरिया. बैक्टीरिया उसको खट्टा कर देता है. और ये कितने घंटे में हो जाता है? कुछ ही घंटे में, 2-4 घंटे में. ड्यू टू द लार्ज टेम्परेचर, excess temperature, bacteria grows or multiplies very quickly in the food items and spoil that food item. So bacteria and yeast are unicellular organisms. Suppose there will be a question, one MCQ, which is the multicell? Give the name of multicellular organ. Then you can give amoeba, bacteria, yeast. Suppose the options will be given: bacteria, cow, buffalo. Then which is the unicellular organ? Then you will tick the correct option in bacteria, that bacteria is unicellular organism. Suppose one question more, which microorganism has both the characters living and non-living? Then what will you answer it? Just now I have explained that which microorganism has both the characters, living and non-living characters? Hmm? Virus. Virus is a microorganism which has both the characters, living characters and also non-living. When it will enter the living body or the living cells, it will show the character of living, and it will, when enter the non-living body or sit upon the non-living body, it will function as a non-living thing. So it has both characters, living and non-living. An organism which consists of many cells is called multicellular. Suppose, what will be the definition of unicellular organism? A unicellular organism is an organism which is made up of single cell. An example, bacteria, yeast, amoeba. Multicellular organism. An organism which consists of many cells is called multicellular organism. Example, human being. We are the example of multicellular organism, and all animals, cat, horses, and are the examples of multicellular organism. Now, this you will understand in a better way. Take a onion peel. सबके घर में प्याज है, उसका आप छिलका ले सकते हैं, और peel off an onion and carefully take out the leaf from it. Now separate its membrane. Put the membrane on near neat glass slide. Put a drop of saffron and put a cover slip over it. Observe under it microscope. Do you observe the structure similar to the structure shown in the given diagram? For this activity, you need the microscope. So I will perform this activity when school will reopens. So now I will see how living things grow. You all know that when a child is born, it is helpless. It cannot talk. But as the time when the child start walking, talking, and the growth of the child begins, and it grows into a big child. Same again when you seed the plant. Few days root comes out of it. After few days root comes out of it. Then it stands erect and new stems, leaves, branches come out of in 1 month and 1.5 months. So in this way we can see that living things can grow. You must have seen a small sapling growing a plant. If you have not seen, then for this you take a pot, sand pot, and plant a seed, and in 1 month you will see that a small sapling growing into a plant. Growth of a baby to a child, then to an adult. This also shows the characteristic of living things, that living things can grow. But you see that after a particular age, animals, including human beings, do not grow. But plants grow throughout their life. So this is the characteristic of living things, that living things can grow. For proper growth, you all know that we living things, including all living things, need food and water. That is our basic need. All living things need food and water for the growth. The mode of taking food varies from one group of living organisms to another. Green plants synthesize their food by using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll and to prepare the food, and the whole process is known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis you have studied in class 5 also, 4 also. So what is photosynthesis? Green plants prepare their food in the presence of chlorophyll and water, in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. This process is known as photosynthesis. In this chapter, you will write the definition of what? Cell. 1. What is cell? Cell is a basic unit of life. It is the structural and functional unit of plants and animals. First define. Now second, what is unicellular organism? Uni means one, multi means many. Uni means one such organism or an organism which consists of only one cell, which is made up of one cell, are called unicellular organisms. For example, amoeba, bacteria, yeast. Multicellular. What is multicellular organism? An organism one which consists of many. Many, just now I have said you multi. Multi means many. Made up of many cells, and that are called multicellular organisms. Suppose best example are human being, and all the animals are multicellular organisms, including plants. Now three define are completed. Now the fourth one is photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Green plants synthesize their food in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll using carbon dioxide and water. This process is known as photosynthesis. Photo means light. Synthesis means to make. How to make the food? This process is known as photosynthesis. Means plants prepare their food in the presence of light. Photo means light and synthesis means to make. Means only food can be prepared in the presence of light in food in plants. So four defines are there and you will write in your notebook. Animals are dependent upon plants for food. We all know that we are dependent either on plants or animals on our food. Many animals eat other animals for their food. Few animals take food in a liquid form, whereas majority of them take food in solid form. So we are dependent upon plants. Animals are also dependent upon plants and animals for their food, for their survival and fitness of their life. So all of you have understood or not what I am explaining? Huh? Very good. Now there is an activity which I am giving you. All of you will seed a plant or a sapling in a pot. When school will reopen, I will see that how much plant your plant has been grown. आप सभी कोई एक पॉट में कोई पौधा लगाएंगे, अच्छा सा पौधा फूल का, और उसको ग्रो कराएंगे अच्छे से पॉट में. एंड जब जब स्कूल खुलेगी तब हम ये पॉट आप लाएंगे, एंड दैट इज योर प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, एंड आई विल गिव यू 10 marks on that project. Understood all of you? खूब अच्छा सा पौधा. Okay, okay, listen. सब कोई पौधे को पॉट को अच्छे से कलर करेंगे. You have got a lot of time nowadays. So you will take a pot, color it with your color nicely, and then plant a sapling, and I will give you 10 marks whose pot will be very nice and the plant sapling will be growing into that pot. Living things can respire. It is an important characteristic. Your microphone off. Living things respire. First of all, living things can grow. Living things can respire. Breathe. Respire means to breathe. It is important characteristic of living things. In animals, including human beings, the process of respiration takes place throughout the life. Respiration or breathing is one of the process of our life which starts from birth and ends with life. ब्रीदिंग ही जीवन का एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है जो जन्म के साथ शुरू होता है और मरने के बाद खत्म होता है. It is a single process which starts with our life and ends with our life. Plants respire, they break the food prepared during photosynthesis with the help of oxygen. Then they breathe in and to release energy. Animals, plant also give out carbon dioxide. We take oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. In same way, plants respire carbon dioxide and give out oxygen which is taken by the human beings or the living organism. If you have seen a sleeping dog, notice the movement of its abdomen. आप सड़क पे जाते हैं, कभी कुत्ता सोया रहता है, कभी गाय सोई रहती है, तो आप देखते होंगे उसकी पसली हिलती डुलती रहती है, अप एंड डाउन. So it is due to breathing. During breathing, we first inhale and then exhale air. पहले हम हवा सांस लेते हैं और फिर छोड़ते हैं. Put your hand below your nostril. You will blow of air. अपनी दोनों उंगलियों को अपने नाक के सामने जो छिद्र है वहां पे रखें. आप देखेंगे हवा निकलती है और आती है जाती है. We breathe in air rich in oxygen and breathe out air rich in carbon dioxide. So first is living things can move. Second is living things can respire. Third is living things move. Movement. Movement is one of the important characters of living organisms. We all see that we move from one place to another, animals move from one place to another, but non-living things like houses, bench, these cannot move from one place to another. So movement is one of the basic characteristics of living organisms. Most animals move from one place to another in search of food, protection, and for their other needs. Movement can clearly seen in animals, not in plants, because plants do not move. Plants are fixed at one position, however, they also move in response to light or gravity. This movement of plant is not easily noticeable. मूव करता है थोड़े, कभी कभी आप देखते हैं पौधे को सीधे कर देते हैं फिर वह झुक जाता है नीचे की ओर ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी, बट दिस इज नॉट नोटिसेबल. और इस तरह वी आर सीइंग दैट ओनली एनिमल्स आर मूविंग एंड प्लांट्स डू नॉट मूव. They do not show the characters of the movement. Living things reproduce. Means living things is only or organism which can produce more of their own ones. And you all know that reproduction is an important character of all living things. The young ones grow into adult and again reproduce, and this cycle goes on for our existence of life and species to continue. For this process, reproduction is done. Some animals, such as hen, reproduce by laying eggs. A few animals, such as cow and human being, give birth to their young ones. Some plants reproduce through seeds. Some plants reproduce through vegetative reproduction as they reproduce their stem, leaves, or root. They reproduce either through their stems, leaves or fruit. I have taught you the bryophyllum. क्लास 5 में आप तो मेरे से नहीं पढ़े थे, 5C के बच्चे मुझसे पढ़े थे, तो मैंने ब्रायोफाइलम दिखाया था कि ब्रायोफाइलम एक ऐसा प्लांट है जो कि लीव्स से ही ग्रो कर जाते हैं। उन्हीं के लीव्स में नॉचेस होते हैं साइड साइड में, वो नॉचेस टूट के गिरते हैं and then it again grow into a new plant. So reproduction is one of the main basic characters, important characters of all living things. Response to stimuli. It is also one of the character of living being. All living organisms respond to different stimuli. आप देखते हैं, आपको कोई चूटी काटता है, आप हाथ हटा लेते हैं, गर्म लगता है। सपोज आपके पास हाथ गर्म लगता है, आप क्या करते हैं, हाथ आग के पास से खींच लेते हैं। बर्फ छूते हैं, बर्फ आपको ठंडा लगता है, बर्फ का टुकड़ा आप क्या करते हैं, फेंक देते हैं। So such touch, light, heat and sound, these are the things to which different living organisms respond to different stimuli. Animals like earthworm move away from light and saline medium. अर्थवर्म को देखते होंगे, जहाँ लाइट जला देंगे या रोशनी आ जाएगी, अर्थवर्म सिकुड़ जाएगा और बिल की तरफ चला जाएगा। Plants respond to different stimuli. The tip of shoot system tends to move towards light. आप पौधा को कितना भी झुका देंगे, पौधा फिर लाइट की तरफ ऊपर उठ जाएगा, because it respond towards the light. The dropping of leaf, टच मी प्लांट, आप देखते हैं छुई मुई का पौधा होता है, उसको आप जैसे छुएंगे वो सिकुड़ जाएगा, फिर आप छोड़ देंगे, फिर वो क्या हो जाएगा, फैल जाएगा। Means that plant is touch me not, मुझे मत छुओ, is a response to touch stimuli. उसको छूने से वह सिकुड़ जाता है, because it is stimuli towards the touch. लिविंग थिंग्स एक्सक्रीट, हम जो खाते हैं, तो वेस्ट जो इम्पोर्टेंट फूड होता है that is useful for our body is absorbed inside our body, and waste which is waste product for our body is removed through our excretory system. In all living things there is a excretory system to excrete the waste product from our body. All living things excrete. Urea is an excretory waste material of animals and is removed as urine in our body and in others animals' body. Excretory product is removed in the form of urine and feces. Carbon dioxide is a waste and removed during breathing. So these are the waste products which is formed inside the body and are taken out time to time because it has got no use inside our body. Plants give out their waste in the form of water and minerals through stomata. That was the case of animals, but plants also excrete waste product through stomata in the form of water and minerals. Living things have a definite lifespan. All living things have a definite means they have got a fixed time for their survival. Now normal human beings grow for 70 years. That is the fixed lifespan during modern times. Previously it was 80 to 90 years. But as the time has been changed, climate has been changed, the लाइफ स्पैन डिटोरिएट्स धीरे धीरे हमारा जो लाइफ स्पैन कम होते जा रहा है वातावरण के प्रभाव से पहले लोग 90-100 साल जीते थे अभी 60 से 70 साल हमारा लाइफ स्पैन हो गया है ड्यू टू द climatic reasons and due to our lifestyle. Different organisms have different lifespan. It may vary for few minutes or hours or hundreds of years because a people plant grows for hundreds of years. Deodar plant, it also remains for thousands of years. So there are few plants which remains from few hours few minutes and hundreds of years also. The lifespan of bacteria is just a few hours, whereas lifespan of tortoise is one tortoise can live for 120 years. In this way, different animals live for different time period, but ultimately they all die. We all have to take birth and all have to die. Similarly, plants also die after few or sometimes. If you will take the seeds of moong dal can stay in a container in your kitchen for many days without showing any sign of living thing. When we provide them suitable conditions, they will grow and perform life processes eventually and die. Because that suitable condition is proper temperature, water, and moisture, water and temperature. If we will perform all these suitable conditions, then only they will perform and they will grow and perform processes and at last they will die. For survival, we require the basic needs. Suppose human beings, we need food, water, shelter, to grow, then only we will perform our life, basic needs, and oxygen also, air. So, in this chapter, what is the main thing? Main topic is living and non-living. What is the characteristic of living and non-living? We will classify them living and non-living according to the characteristic features. Suppose cellular structure, growth, nutrition, respiration, movement, response, reproduction, excretion and lifespan. Means cellular structure. उनका living things का कैसा सेलुलर स्ट्रक्चर है नॉन लिविंग का कैसा सेलुलर स्ट्रक्चर है ग्रोथ लिविंग थिंग्स का ग्रोथ कैसा है नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स का ग्रोथ कैसा है न्यूट्रिशन लिविंग थिंग्स का कैसा न्यूट्रिशन है नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स के कैसे न्यूट्रिशन है क्या लिविंग थिंग्स रेस्पिरेशन करते हैं नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स रिस्पायर करते हैं either living things take movement non-living things can take movement or not response how living things shows responses to various stimuli and non-living things do not show the response to stimuli reproduction process excretion process and what is the lifespan of living and non-living. So main attraction in this chapter is differentiate between living and non-living. So all of you have understood. Now take out your copy and write the basic differences between living and non-living. And the no, who said in WhatsApp पे send कर दीजिए? All things are not sent on the WhatsApp group. What will you do? If you have any problem, you ask me. Question answer I have sent now of chapter 4 on your WhatsApp group. Then why all things I will not send on the WhatsApp group? You will do your own. If you have any confusion, ask me. Just now I have taught you, na? You read the chapter. If you have any problem, ask me. And I don't want these type of answers again. Again, I am repeating. All of you, listen it carefully. Who has got the confusion? Living and non-living. This is world of living where both living things and non-living things occurs. Because we are living things, human being and all animals, and we are dependent upon non-living. Without non-living objects, we cannot survive. So, living things need non-living objects for their survival. Living things, and in this chapter we will study about the living things and non-living things. What are the main basic characters of living and non-living? Living things can take breath, non-living do not breathe. Living things can move from one place to another. Non-living things cannot move from one place to another. Living things reproduce. Non-living things cannot reproduce. Living things are made up of cells. Non-living things are not made up of cells. Living things need food and water for their survival, but non-living things do not need food and water. So these are the basic characters of living and non-living. Living things excrete, non-living things do not excrete. So have you understood what is the difference between living and non-living? Living things grow, living non-living things do not grow. Living things respire, non-living things do not respire. Living things are made up of cells, non-living things are not made up of cells. Living things can grow, non-living things cannot grow. Living things need food and water for proper growth. Non-living things do not need food and water. Living things excrete. Living things can reproduce. Non-living things cannot reproduce. Non-living things cannot excrete. These are the basic difference between living and non-living. In this chapter, I have taught you few definitions. What is self? You will write self is a basic unit of life. It is the structural and functional unit of plants and animals. What is unicellular organism? An organism which made up of single cell. Our single means uni means one. Single cell. or one cell organisms, they are called unicellular organisms. For example, amoeba, bacteria, yeast. Multi means many. An organism which is made up of many cells or multi-cells, they are called multicellular organisms. Example, we are multicellular, means human beings. All animals comes in multicellular organisms. Now the term photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Photo means light, synthesis means to make. How to make food in the presence of light. You all have studied in class 5 that plants prepare their food in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll by using carbon dioxide and water for their food. This process is known as photosynthesis. CO2 plus H2O and the product will be glucose C6H12O6. Means this glucose is formed as a food product. Plant take carbon dioxide which we release and leave out oxygen which we absorb. So the definition is clear here. Photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means to make. How to make our food in presence of light and chlorophyll by using carbon dioxide from atmosphere and water from the root of the plant. And this whole process is known as photosynthesis. Now you will note the five definition: cell, unicellular organism, multicellular organism, photosynthesis, and differentiate between living and non-living. This is your home assignment today. And if you have any query regarding this topic, ask me. And I will not send these topics on your WhatsApp group. I will only send you the question answer. All of you have noted the question answer of chapter 4? Okay. Okay. Today I will send the question answer of chapter 5, changes around us. That also you note down in your notebook, and all the fill in the blanks, MCQ or whatever the match the following, you all do it in your classwork copy, chapter wise, and then note the question answers. Now, all of you listen one thing I'm saying you. And one question is I have given an activity. What activity I have given you? Take a pot and plant a seed, and in 1 or 2 months it will, in 1 month, after 1 month it will grow into a new saplings or plant, and that you will bring it when your school will reopens, and 10 marks will be given on that project work. Okay. Now, okay, all of you read the chapter carefully, and if you have any query regarding any topic which you have not understood it, ask me tomorrow from 8 to 9. Okay? Okay. Okay, bye.